is enough said.
Happy Thursday, Heat Nation! Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Would really appreciate it, you guys. Take a moment, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We're pushing for 5,000 subscribers, so I need all hands on deck. Now, let's rock and roll on another Miami Heat Talk adventure, because I got a good one for you today, guys. Always trying to give you guys great topic. As we know, the Miami Heat training camp is starting very soon. In about a week and a half, the Miami Heat are going to the Bahamas, get some training camp in. From all of the rumors and the updates recently, everybody's good to go. Terry Rozier, Nikola Jovic, Duncan Robinson have all pretty much been cleared from their injuries. They will be participating in training camp. So this is exciting because it looks like we're going to have a fully healthy roster going into the season. And it's like we've said multiple times in the past. As long as this team is fully healthy, we can go as far as we want to go. Now, the beginning of the season, one thing that we need to figure out is the perfect rotation. We have a deep roster. In my opinion, you guys, this is the deepest the Miami Heat team have been in years. On paper, this is probably one of the best Miami Heat teams we've had in the Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero build. Yesterday, Zach Lowe, the famous Zach Lowe from ESPN, you all know him, but if you don't, he's one of the biggest reporters in the NBA community. On his show yesterday, he was talking about this Miami Heat team, and he was talking about a rotation going into this season. And he was mentioning a lot on his show that this is a rotation that the Miami Heat are looking to move forward with. Now, is it true or not? That's yet to be seen. But I want to go over this with you guys. Because he did mention on his show that the starting five that he feels the Miami Heat are looking to move into next season is a little bit different. Starting at the point guard, we have Terry Rozier. As we all know, that's who we want as our point guard. He's the real point guard on this team. Starting shooting guard, he has Tyler Hero. As we've mentioned before, you guys, I've said it before, even though a lot of us are clamoring for Tyler to be the sixth man, look for Tyler to be starting with the backcourt with Terry in the beginning of the season. So I'm not shocked there. Obviously, you have Jimmy Butler as the starting shooting guard. You have Bam Adebayo at starting center. Even though we all want Bam to move to the power forward position, it's more than likely that Bam's going to start the season at the 5. But the interesting one that Zach Lowe mentioned, you guys, and I want to talk to you guys about, is about having this man, our second-year breakout star, Jaquez Jr., starting at the power forward position. Now, this is something I've slightly mentioned in the past, you guys. I haven't really brought it up because of the draft of Khalil Ware. A lot of us know what's going to be best for this team moving for the future. Starting Khalil Ware at the center and starting Bam Adebayo at the power forward. However, Khalil Ware has yet to shown what he can do. So this lineup does make a lot of sense starting in the season. Jaquez broke out last year. You want him to continue that evolvement. So putting him in a starting position may work. Now, rounding out the roster, Zach Lowe said that he felt it was best for the sixth man to be Duncan Robinson, which I agree. I think that could actually work. Duncan coming off the bench for either Rozier, Hero, Jaquez, Butler. He can come off the bench for multiple players. And this is a guy that has elite shooting. As a sixth man, I think it could work. And you never know. He could also win sixth man of the year because we've seen Duncan Robinson upgrade his play. We know that this is the final year of Duncan Robinson's fully guaranteed contract. So you know he's going to be playing for another bag. Also coming off the bench for the big man, Nikola Jovic, Haywood Highsmith. But the one that interests me was he said, coming off the bench for Bam as the center, Kevin Love. He didn't even mention Khalil Ware. So it looks like that Zach Lowe is going to a traditional lineup. And this, guys, it may be the lineup we're going to see because these are 9 players that have earned Eric Spoelstra's trust. These are 9 players that have been with the team, that were with the team last year, know the lineups, know the matchups, know what they need to do. It's a connected lineup. For the first 10 games of the season, I would not be surprised that this is the lineup that Spo goes with. But the interesting one is 2 things. Jaquez starting at power forward, and not even mentioning Khalil Ware. I'll say this, you guys. There's no way that the Miami Heat drafted Ware at the 15th position to redshirt him for the season, which basically means he doesn't play. That's what you do with developmental players, like Nikola Jovic. Nikola Jovic was a developmental player. You drafted him at the end of the first round at 19 years old because you saw potential, which has shown. Look at what Nikola Jovic is doing now. He broke out last year. Last year was also supposed to be a redshirt year. He wasn't really supposed to play. But because of injury, Jovic stepped up and earned the starting spot. But Jaime Jaquez starting at power forward, you guys, instead of Nikola Jovic is kind of interesting because it takes away the size in your front court. And that's one thing that we really liked having Nikola Jovic start. He's 6'11", he can score, he can hit the three-point shot, he can pass, he can rebound, but so can Jaime Jaquez. And Jaime Jaquez, in my opinion, you guys, is a better player. He's also more experienced, he's older. You saw Jaime Jaquez last year step up. He was playing like a 4 or 5 year player in his rookie season. It's because of the 4 years he had in college. He learned how to hustle, he learned how to play the game. He learned how to play his spot, play his role. So I wouldn't be surprised if Jaime Jaquez earns the starting power forward position in training camp. You know, he's been working on his defense and his three-point shot in the offseason. Now, a lot of people have said in the past that you don't want to start Jaime Jaquez and Jimmy Butler together because they're very similar players. Kind of like starting Terry Rozier and Tyler Hero next to each other. So that may cause a little bit of difficulty because you got 5 guys, a lot of them can score. But it's like I've mentioned before, you guys, Jaime Jaquez a lot is like Caleb Martin in a way that he's a Swiss Army knife. He can change his game, he can adapt, and he can roll with the punches. And you know that the moments that Jimmy Butler comes off the bench, it's Jaime Jaquez's time to show out. But the reason why I've mentioned in the past, you guys, why I like Tyler Hero and Jaime Jaquez to both come off the bench is because you have one of the best offensive scorers as your 6th man and a Swiss Army knife coming off the bench in Jaime Jaquez. The starting lineup that I've said, in my opinion, would be the best one, but this will most likely be the second half of the season. Kel'el Ware at the 5. Kel'el Ware, I'm still learning, I don't know. But Kel'el Ware, I guess, at the 5. Bam Adebayo at the 4. Jimmy at the 3. Duncan Robinson starting as the shooting guard for the elite shooting. And Terry Rozier as the starting point guard. Why? Because Terry Rozier and Tyler Hero have a very similar game. I think it's best to start Duncan Robinson next to Terry. Have Tyler Hero come off the bench as the 6th man. And then you have Nikola Jovic, Jaime Jaquez, and Haywood Highsmith coming off the bench. That's one of the best benches in the NBA. Kevin Love is going to have to take a back seat, you guys. We're going to use Kevin Love when we need him. He's going to be that spark that can come off and that can give you anything. Now, I won't be surprised that Kevin Love plays a little more than Kel'el Ware in the beginning of the season because you need Ware to develop and get better. But he might break out in training camp. So there's a possibility, you guys, that we can see a completely different roster going into training camp. So I want to hear from you guys. What do you think is the best 9-man rotation going into camp? But also, what do you think is going to be the actual 9-man rotation game 1 of the NBA season? I'm really interested in hearing your thoughts, you guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. Don't forget to like the video. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel because we push into 5,000 subscribers. Remember, you guys, the new challenge I'm hitting y'all with. If you get me to 5,000 subscribers by the beginning of the NBA season, I will do a $50 giveaway on a live video. Thank you guys for the continued support. And until next time, your boy Ernest out. That's enough said. Yeah, buddy.